Yo, let's talk about shifting position. So something that I don't think I've ever mentioned in any of my videos before is that many years ago I used to play the cello, and when I say that I used to play the cello, I was pretty bad at it, but it taught me some interesting things. So one of the things that I learned from playing the cello is when you shift position in cello, if you're going up the neck, you always shift with your first finger. If you're coming down the neck, you always shift with your little finger. For example, here's a up the neck shift with my first finger. And here's coming down the neck with my little finger. So as you notice, when I change position, the first note I play is with my first finger. And coming down, the first note I play is with my little finger. Okay, so the reason this is quite a useful thing to do is because it embeds consistency in how you shift position, which is obviously useful. Being consistent is useful. So I thought I'd give you a little exercise in the key of G on position shifting. Now, one thing that you'll notice when I'm playing up here, or actually you may not notice this at all, because I didn't even notice until I studied it myself. So as I'm playing this note, I'm not leaving my first finger here on the fret, because that makes it harder to shift that position. I'm already moving my hand up the neck. And likewise with my little finger, which is coming backwards now, I'm not leaving it here, I've already started moving. So just do it nice and slow to begin with. So we're going to play 5, 7, 8 on the B string. And as you're playing this 8th note, your first finger should already be moving. Then we're going to play 10, 12, 13 on the B string. Onto the E, 10, 12, 14. Then back down to 12 and 10. Back onto the B string, 13, 12, 10. And when you hit 10 with your first finger, start moving your little finger. And then 8, 7, 5. So slowly the whole thing. Then we're going to do a similar thing on the G string. So we're going to play 5, 7, 9 on the G string. Start moving your first finger up. 11, 12, 14. Onto the B string. 12, 13, 15. 13, 12. Back onto the G. 14, 12, 11. Start moving your little finger back. 9, 7, 5. So let's put those two together. Then we're going to move on to the D string. 5, 7, 9. 10, 12, 14. Onto the G. 11, 12, 14, 12, 11. Back onto the D. 14, 12, 10. Start moving your position. Then 9, 7, 5. So that whole section. Then we're going to go on to the A string, and we're going to play 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14 on the D, and then back. Onto the A again, 14, 12, 10, 9, 7, 5. So that whole thing slowly. finish on the low E string, so 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, onto the A, 10, 12, 14, and back, onto the E string, 14, 12, 10, 8, 7, 5, and then we're just going to finish with a G chord. So let's have a look at that whole exercise. And we do it one more time really slowly. Now remember that this is just an exercise, and you can practice this in any key, and you can start on any string. So you could start on the bottom string, except play the right notes, and you can go up the neck rather than backwards. So let's play through this nice and slowly then. So have a little practice of that, and then maybe change the key and play in the key of C or something. Okay. Yeah, I hope you found that useful. As always, thank you for your support, and I will see you later.